interesting item build coming out on Sumail, actually. So he's laning versus the Monkey King, and he knows he has this base damage advantage, right? So he's going to be trying to play around his Jingu stacks. He's actually started with Boots first on the Tiny.
Boots first on the Tiny. Well, we'll see how aggressive he can play. There he is. The man, the legend himself, Mind Control on his axe. And Fada playing the cuddly teddy bear at the moment. And we'll see him change to the Monkey King as the lane does begin, of course. And there's Arteezy. And one of his classics, one of his strong ones this tournament. I mean, pretty much everyone's strong one this tournament is the Terrorblade. We're seeing it have a lot of success. Arteezy, let's see if he can carry the boys in blue to victory here in this game 1.
The last time I saw, well, last time I just remember so vividly, of course, Sumail playing the Tiny. He may have had something like 34 kills in the mid lane at TI, and they didn't win that game.
I believe that was in the LGD game as well, wasn't it? I want to say the series that they went
versus
home. That was. It could have been.
I can't remember,
I think
actually.
It might have been. It was definitely. It was absolutely a game where he went absolutely off indeed on the Tiny.
Yeah. So right off the bat, first things we're going to be looking at, of course, is how you're trying to solidify your lanes versus the Chen. So first thing first, check if they block the hard camp. EG did that, at least to be able to try to protect their Terrorblade from that aggression that could come out from Chen and the axe. We'll see how Mind Control and PPD put the pressure onto Arteezy in this first few waves. And we'll see how this mid matchup goes on. Like I said, it's a Boots on the Tiny. A clever type of approach, just trying to get that movement speed advantage so you don't get those Jingu stacks built up on you. But Fada, he has started with that Orb of Venom that we've been seeing picked up pretty often now too.
No, but it's going to be straight up sort of who's able to play the strongest in that bottom lane, because we could see sort of the setup for tosses under the tower. Top lane, getting an early bit of aggression onto Arteezy. Battle hunger upon him, obviously with the Terrorblade level 1 low HP pool. Will take quite a bit of a beating. He gets brought down to half, but yeah, this mid lane, the one that's exciting to see. Sumail versus Fada. Can Fada hold his own against Sumail's Tiny? He's been put in a fair few tough matchups this land, Fada in the middle lane, and this certainly is one of the toughest.
If he can build up those Jingu stacks, I mean, this Tiny, we know, 0 armor, right? Can definitely be a problem. The Boots approach, I'm curious to see how it works out. I haven't seen anybody try this one. Fada already gets the Jingu built up right at the start, though.
And with the wave as it is going to sort of shove underneath the tower for Fada towards himself, so he's going to be able to have pretty good control of it here. We'll see how aggressive Sumail can get away with playing top. We're going to see that first use of the Metamorphosis as Arteezy looks to secure some CS as the wave gets pushed in under his tower. Falling very low though, this constant battle hunger spam really bringing him down to, as you can see, sort of 70 HP. He's got to be careful. He is prepared. He's got 5 tangos ready for the lane, so a lot of regen ready to pop so he can stand toe-to-toe with Mind Control and Saxa. The constant spam is not going to be fun to lane against.
Yeah, it's smart how they've taken this approach on NIP. They were like, all right, Chen, all right, first wave he'll cut, they'll do some damage to Arteezy, but having Sox up here, they get the nuke damage and they get the control to be able to pull him closer to the axe. So Arteezy definitely has to be careful as he didn't bring a south to lane. He's only got tangos and he's sitting very low HP.
We're going to see Saxa make sure that he can't really get his way back towards any potential regen. Arteezy just being bullied underneath his tower. Sumail getting him with the combo. Fada, he'll turn with the barrel for Sumail. I said it would be a tough lane, and it's certainly showing to be that for Fada. And
oh
Sumail,
my God, he gets a regen.
Praise be to Gaben.
You know, who was the one that was talking about 2-minute runes before this tournament started? I believe it was Sumail, and he gets the absolute most fortunate rune for himself.
Absolutely. This is, as I say, we've got to keep eyes on Fada. CS-wise, though, Fada's doing a good job at those early couple of waves. 7 for 5 against the 9 for 2.
Yeah.
But he cannot afford to go down like that.
The biggest one that we talk about a lot is when you're playing like versus these Tinies, these Earthshakers, it's that level 3 window where you have that kill potential with your combo. And Sumail takes advantage of it immediately, is able to get that first blood on Fada. Very important. As he is, still not getting the most last hits.
I know, as we were saying, sort of across the lanes, it is Arteezy struggling the most in these first few minutes of laning phase.
He's getting almost nothing. Only
he
4
really
last
is.
hits. He's burned through 8 tangos as well. He
He's
showed
gone
up with
for
9.
all of them.
Yeah, he's only got 1 left.
Oh my goodness. It's a tough lane for Artur. Mind Control and Saxa. And sort of Flies, the silence says, there's not really much you can do in sort of this duo lane against this aggression from NIP.
I mean, he's trying to soak the pressure, but this cool kind of interaction that I just kind of realized is the Fade Ball plus Battle Hunger. So you reduce the damage of the Terrorblade.
They can't get the CS.
And then he can't get the CS,
They
right?
can't.
It's kind of cool, actually. I didn't really think of that until just now.
And certainly seems to be working out fantastic for NIP on this top lane.
Yeah. Oh, they use a Battle Hunger. Fly's able to remove that one immediately. PPD's able to do a good job of getting these
I'm going to
creeps
try for a bit of a go. They've got level 3, so they've got the point in the call. Mind Control with the control. The zap there from Saxa.
Very nice.
will get them the kill. So this top lane going from bad to worse for Evil Geniuses.
NIP's got great lane setups already. I mean, even Ace, he's farming bottom versus this Lion, versus this Centaur with PPD's help. He's doing a great job down here.
I think, as you said, you know, a lot of it's going to be sort of eyes on Sumail to really go off this game. And we'll see if he does have sort of the start to do so. Trading CS, it's pretty much even between him and Fado at the moment, but obviously having that bit of a jump up, getting that kill onto the Monkey King.
They're still doing very well on S4, though. He's getting absolute free farm in the bottom lane.
Top lane, great chain control there. They're getting a couple of spins onto Artur as well. The Battle Hunger once more pushing him back. He has more tangos out upon him, but he just cannot get near these creeps.
And look at the regen situation that NIP actually has too. Saksa has a mango, Mind Control has 2 mangoes too, so they're going to constantly be able to throw these spells onto Artur. Has to be careful every time he steps up. So they're going to really need S4 and Sumail to really come out clutch in this one. And bottom, S4, he's dropping low.
It should be fine. Ace, not quite enough mana to go forward with a further waveform.
Just battling these Chen creeps is a bit too much of a problem. Crit might be able to secure himself one of them, as well as that bounty rune.
Look to head over for the other, and Sumail heads over, is able to bottle it up. Top lane again, though. Mind Control. Oh, you got to be careful there, Mr. Artur. Arteezy just, it's not happy days for him up on the top lane.
That's his meta usage too. He has 100 HP, he has to walk away.
And I think what we saw,
he's got to go Shrine.
He got shipped out more tangos. They're already pretty much all gone.
Yeah. I think Fly didn't actually have the money to be able to bring out any more, but Arteezy, yeah, he's just jungling now. Jungle and Shrine, his top lane is an absolute disaster for EG. Mid lane, Fada's holding his own too, as he's picked up the raindrop.
Get the grab, Fly, drag back into the cool here with the telekinesis from Saxa. Mind Control looking to dive him underneath the tower. Battle Hunger will wear out though. Fly will survive, as Mind Control cannot afford to dive any deeper. 1k gold towards the Vanguard for Mind Control. It's mid lane, Fada able to heal back up with a bound. This Sumail holds him back with a quick avalanche, and the gank from PPD won't set up anything in terms of kills for NIP. Just getting a bit more space to Fada. As we say, does continue to farm pretty well in this mid lane, keeping out, above, for now, at least Sumail's farm.
Yeah, he's doing great. He's also, I like his itemization. He's gone for the raindrops and then a belt of strength, so he can't actually get burst down by that tiny at these levels. Just that little bit of increase is really helpful versus these tinies early on.
And he's going to be very happy that sort of the side lanes are going as they are, because he knows it's so unlikely, really, that EG are going to make any moves towards the mid lane with the way that the side lanes are at the moment. Yeah. Fly's going to TP in mid. It's just going to go for the bottle. Unlikely they can really go for an aggressive play between the two of them, though.
I mean, this is definitely problematic. This top tower is going to get threatened on this first catapult wave.
Arteezy's just having to hide in the trees behind the tower. They've scanned him out as well. They know exactly that he's there. They're going to look to try and collapse underneath that tier 1 top. At the same time, down bottom, they'll chase towards S4. Ace looks for the angle, goes in with the waveform. S4 has the Hoostomp.
They've got a Cinder Blast.
It's up in a second, though. Can he hit it? Oh, he's going to try, but it's off the mark. S4 will get out of there. Top lane as well, as it were. They did start to look behind the tower, but I believe Arteezy was able to TP back to the fountain, but it's going to mean he's out of that lane.
He's got to just jungle.
He's got to find somewhere to go. He's got meta back him in 25, so he can look to work this triangle in a little bit with the illusions as well, but it's going to be such a slow start for the Terrorblade. The pressure is building up more and more onto Sumail and S4 to become these sort of beasts that the Tiny and the Centaur can, these heroes that can make these plays happen, whilst Arteezy gets sort of this crucial 15 minutes, 20 minutes potentially at least to actually get into the game as a Terrorblade.
But they're completely having to sack this top lane. This tower is going to get taken. There's going to be a Vanguard on Mind Control. Sox is also going to have some increased farm too. This is definitely a very good laning start for NIP.
It really is. I mean, we're starting to see why when you play against Mind Control and NIP, you really have to consider banning out Axe in the first phase. Bottom lane, they've got the lockdown onto Ace. It's not quite enough time, though. Now Ace just turns towards S4, and S4 taken down as PPD sets up the tornado. As they dive a little too far, EG unable to get those kills and really pressure Ace too much, as Ace, he's farming fine. It's 8 minutes in, 2-1. NIP with a 1k gold lead, 2k experience lead. Sumail still sits at the top. He's got 1100 gold towards his first major item.
The big concern is, it's only like that 1.5k gold advantage, but it's already over a 2k experience advantage. S4, who is having the good start for EG down bottom, he's level 4. He's actually going to start jungling himself. Look at the lanes. None of EG's players are actually playing in the lane right now.
They've got to get right out of that. It's just a scary, scary map now at this point. As NIP with their lineup, they can afford to make big rotations.
My control might just go for this Blink Dagger. I mean, he's still holding the money for the Vanguard.
You can tell he's tempted. He knows that if he can get a Blink, if he can start making movements sort of into the jungle, hunting down Arteezy, it's going to be so scary, sort of as this Terrorblade, level 6, 9 minutes in, just being ran at by this Axe that can potentially have a 10-minute blink if Mind Control so wishes to do so. Top lane, they look to play aggressive. S4 will go for the Who Stomp, but the call's there, the spins come through.
Oh, he gets the
dunk is a little early. As S4's fine with the stick, and they're going to turn it. They're looking for the kill. It's a big one, but they can't get it. Mind Control does finally fall, though. EG will take the trade. It's a lot of money for Crit, who gets 500 gold. Vada jumps down. Sumail is there as well. Look to beat down onto Crit. Quick toss back. Sumail, but no!
He gets him.
The boundless strike from Vada catches Crit by the tip.
Great rotation there. Fada, I think he's understanding. If he just follows the rotations of the Tiny in this game, it's going to limit Sumail's potential so hard. And he's going for the, I like this build too, he's going for the Echo Saber build. So he's going to get tankier. He's going to be able to make the plays around the map. So Bounty Runes coming out, Fada trying to secure it with the Wukongs. They're actually throwing Crit back into it here too.
Crit back in. Boundless out once more. Crit does manage to turn with the Earth Spike. A quick toss to the side. Crit's going to look to try and deny himself the neutrals, but he cannot do so. Mind Control comes in with a finishing blow as he right-clicks him to death.
And NIP gets all the Bounty Runes as well. At the same time, PPD, he's putting pressure on mid tower. EG, they're crumbling here.
They've got to keep it solid somehow, somewhere. They need someone to step it up and buy time for this game to continue to go on.
Absolutely.
If EG want to hold in on this one. As we saw with Mind Control, with that death, he did decide to just pick up the Vanguard. Did lose a fair bit of money going down on that top lane with the money he had. As we see here again, looks to be a good, aggressive play from Mind Control and Saxa, but they were ready to return. Sure, Crit does end up losing his life, but as we say, it's such a big kill. Anytime you get the chance to bring down Mind Control, you certainly take him. It's a lot of gold.
540 at least for that kill. Good amount of experience too. Now they got the Finger of Death online, so they can look to set up these kills. They could potentially try to find the Morphling if he's sitting a bit low.
I mean, I think
this is a game where
you want to kill Mind Control. I mean, it's a hard kill, but it's such a high value one.
That is very true. They are looking to set up for it. But he's so tanky still.
With the Vanguard, they
might be able to get the toss set up.
Let's see if they've got the damage.
They should be able to.
They've got a lot of lockdown. Hex, the Earth Spike, Sumail, with the Finger as well, they take the kill.
Very nice.
Exactly what EG need to be doing, controlling Mind Control's game, making sure that he doesn't run away with it.
But you got to be worried, right? You're ganking this Axe now, and that's going to give Ace a free farm lane in the bottom lane as this Morphling.
Sparta keeping eyes once again from the trees. On S4 in the middle lane, Saxa is picking up good levels, level 7 at the moment on the Rubik.
Arteezy's been giving a good amount of space here to just
catching
back up slowly.
It's still going to take a lot of time.
Yeah.
But definitely a game where EG, they've got to sort of trust in Arteezy to be able to carry this through the later stages against this Morphling, as you mentioned, is getting complete free farm down here, Ace.
This is a game where Ace, he has to stay a bit more strength morphed. We see him sitting around 1200, might have to morph a little more, sitting also with the raindrop, just has to be careful. He has to be thinking, okay, they just killed my Axe, Sumail might have that Blink Dagger coming up, has to be wary of those type of gank rotations coming out.
Let's see what Sumail does do with that Blink. He's got his eyes towards the top. NIP are pretty prepared. They have 4 heroes. PPD coming up to join Mind Control, Saxa, and Fada for this top push.
He's looking to take out some of the wards just because he knows that EG, they're putting the focus onto the Axe right now.
Crit. He's starting to bait some action. Fada jumps forward. He'll get hexed up immediately. Sumail comes in with a 2-man avalanche to toss as well. It's not enough to get the kills though, as Liquid, they're still too tanky. Standing their ground, Fada's down with the Wukong's command. Sumail will escape with the Stampede. He gets out of range. S4 straight in. Roostom. They punish the Monkey King. NIP trying to dive a little too aggressive. This time EG's there to back one another up.
And Arteezy immediately shows up to the mid lane while this is happening. He's got meta available too. Could try to put some damage here on the tower. As NIP, they're all focused on top. They might make the moves away now, though.
With sort of the presence of EG in this top lane, they should respect it.
Arteezy just looks like he's going down toward bottom, going to this triangle area that Terrorblade's know and love so much.
Yeah, all about the farming patterns, and as we know, Arteezy, he is going to have that down to a T. As long as his sort of area doesn't get invaded, you can expect this Terrorblade to get back into the game.
Have to always add in the fact, too, inside of these fights that there is going to be Hand of God. And that fast fight was used. It looked like it almost was something that turned the tides there for NIP. Now it's on cooldown for 100. So, EG, they could look to set up some kills, but still, 3K advantage for NIP. Same thing for that for that experience too.
We sort of saw as well how well S4 on the Centaur can help deal with Fado's Monkey King. You know, you sort of pop the Stampede, he's got the Vanguard now, so he can afford to just run straight into the middle of the Wukong's command and look to sort of set up for the burst combo to bring down the Monkey King.
Fly getting surrounded here, the Centaur creeps.
Here they come. We'll see if Fly's going to receive any backup as he's getting dove upon. There's a lot of them here. I don't think anyone's going to be answering Fly's calls as he's trapped, surrounded. Mind Control dunks him down. They'll take the silence to kill, and NIP will get a bit of pressure onto this tier 2 tower as well. Bottom lane, Arteezy will be able to find a tier 1 himself, so more gold for the Terrorblade.
He's happy. Crit also going for that Aether Lens runs in this game because they have the toss forward.
Set up for the Hex. Crit's in straight away. Samael jumping forward. They've got the finger as well. A lot of burst. It's enough. Samael gets the kill, and now he looks to get out of there. Stampede's pop. Who's up under Mind Control? Silence as well. Crit, can he get out of this though? As the chase is there from Mind Control. Crit falling incredibly low. Gets stoned down. Mind Control gets one. Can they dive for more? They're looking for Samael. They have the slow. Finger comes down. It's not enough burst though. Samael too tanky on the Tiny to be burst down by the finger. But the Avalanche. Ace! He's in! Into the Tiny. Gets the combo. Sets up on Samael. The Battle Hunker's there on S4. He cannot run away from these heroes as NIP take 3 kills. Collapsing on the middle lane. The tier 1 tower falling as well.
You know, there's something beautiful about watching Rubik and Morphling on the same team because you're just like, oh, you're playing against your own heroes a lot of the time as well because they're just going to turn into you. They're going to steal your spells. You have to watch yourself for whenever you get set up on by those. Arteezy, he gets a lot of space out of it, but they lose their tower. They lose significant amount of heroes too.
Just having sort of this Morphling getting involved at this point really sort of sets, you know, certain Morphling players above the others. As Ace showing his strength. 62% at the moment for NIP.
He needs to stay catapulted forward because he's going for the Dragonlance build and the Morbid Mask. This is a game where he absolutely needs that Manta. As the panel was mentioning, versus the Global Silence can be really annoying. Also, eventually, like, we'll need a BKB relatively early on versus this Lion. Hex, these instant disables can be super frustrating as a Morphling.
We see already Crit and Samael on the hunt towards the bottom lane. Fado not showing at the moment, just hiding in the trees. If he does decide to head down, he'll be in trouble, but he's TPing out. He's out of this bottom lane.
They're putting the focus on S4. They know he's the big playmaker with that blink,
and he's on his own.
Able to get it. He's completely alone.
Very far out at the moment. Quick knockback by the Adaptive Strike. Ace has the setup. Fado's in as well. They'll surround him. A lot of stun. No chance for S4 to escape from that one. As more money goes the way from Ace, getting this Morphling involved in the action. Ace continues to sit at the top of the net worth aside Mind Control.
This is going to be such a slow blink on the Centaur. Mind Control already level 11 with that blink Vanguard. Level 9 Centaur, nowhere even near that blink. And they look like they're already starting to threaten the Roche here with the Penitence. They've got that spell, the percent damage amp.
Let's see if EG can do much about this. Arteezy still not a point really where he can be present in these 5v5s. As EG
can be so scary running into a Wukong's command.
Over.
They've got global though. That's the one thing. They've got the blink initiation.
You've got to go for those sort of plays.
They got to get some huge jump.
They may lose heroes for it, but they may be able to take an Aegis and a Roche away.
Mind Control on the high ground here. They scout Arteezy.
They've seen him. They get the grab with telekinesis, dragging him into Mind Control's call. They've got Arteezy locked down at the top of the Stampede. Comes in. S4 charges forward. Hoof stomp. They have him onto Mind Control. Mind Control
Arteezy gets Sunder.
Arteezy, Sunder, back up to full. Mind Control buys back, but the Chen is dead.
Stolen Sunder.
Saxa. It doesn't matter though. What does it? Mind Control cool. It does. It does! Saxa with the stolen Sunder, bringing Arteezy down low enough to be dunked by Mind Control. Crucial buyback from the Axe as Mind Control leads his army straight back into the pit. And NIP will be able to take this Roshan.
Something we were just mentioning. You have to watch out when you use these type of spells when you're playing versus, in particular, Rubik. Can get that stolen and turned immediately.
Little plays like that. Just keeping NIP on top this match. As we see it once again, it looked to be a good start to the fight for EG. Getting in, getting on top of Mind Control, the big threat.
But with that buyback, I mean, sure, he goes down. They get so much. Arteezy almost dies, too.
I mean, he feels amazing here, but as we see Saxa, quick steal, gets back in. He doesn't feel so amazing now. As just that extra offset of damage, allowing him to be taken down by Mind Control, and suddenly the fight falls apart for EG.
Saxa, 4-0 and 8 in this game. Crucial plays coming in for his team. as they can keep this control on the map. They keep putting down these deep wards, keep trying to keep tabs of whenever EG is trying to set up. And EG, they're just desperate to get S4 a Blink Dagger. That is the biggest thing, so they can have that follow-up initiation, not just having to rely on Stampede and running in. He's getting relatively close, but it has been slowed down significantly. Mid lane, see Ace. Currently a Terrorblade. Is he going to do the trick? He does get it. He is a Terrorblade as a Morphling right now.
Look at that, that's some balance there.
Yep, doing that. As people were talking about, the panel was mentioning, you click both those hotkeys pretty much at the same time, and you're able to say.
An exciting feature.
Yeah. So he's going to be going for the Lincolns first instead of going for a Manta style this game, just worrying about getting controlled by that line, getting burst down by a finger.
Let's see what he can do down here. He's heading down. EG with the three of them, Sumail.
He's got an Aegis, so he's feeling very confident.
You got to get out of it, EG. This is not your part of town. The stun from Crit will hold back the TB a little bit, buying time for EG to head into the trees and TP out successfully. They'll get away from this one.
And this gives me time for S4. This is what EG wanted. They forced reaction down bottom. S4 now has the Blink Dagger. So they've got two forms of initiation.
S4 desperate to sort of pick up his game. He's had a tough start, 0, 6, and 5 on the offlane Centaur. But now, with those chances to really make those big redeeming plays happen.
Now they've actually got like this team fight. He's in the previous situations, NIP, they've got this zone control from the Monkey King. They've got this like Hand of God. They've got a couple more things.
Let's get the blink out before any damage connects. He'll get out of there. They do know that S4 is still in the lane though. S4 blink up, but he doesn't use it in time.
He's got blink.
The Boundless catches him.
He gets hit.
He's trying for the TP off. Can Saxa find him in time? Oh, he gets away.
That was fractions of a second from getting caught.
It is indeed. Arteezy's starting to have a bit of a look towards the mid, knowing that NIP do have a fair few up top, but has to respect as soon as Ace shows into the lane. Back in the Terrorblade form, not something that Arteezy can sort of afford to fight at this point in time. Farm's going to continue to pick up though for Arteezy. He has the Yasha complete on top of the Dragon Lance.
They're trying to buy time while this Aegis is on Ace's Morphling. We see they're giving Crit the bottom lane too. Sherry's already got his Aether Lens, but he really wants that level 12. The level 2 finger reduces the cooldown significantly, just a little bit more burst, which, as we're seeing, they really do need. NIP, though, taking advantage of their timings, trying to put the pressure on. Fada almost gets caught up top.
He's hiding. I won't know quite where he is for now. NIP starting to...
They're threatening. They've got double
with
catapults.
With the Aegis, they've got time to do so.
Got this 3 catapults with PPD.
What is EG's answer going to be? They pop the fortification. Evil Geniuses.
Arteezy's cutting the creep wave from behind here as this Terrorblade, taking the tower as well.
And NIP don't have anyone back to react to that. They do have the full 5-man standing outside the base of EG.
They're using an aggressive glyph here by NIP to keep this pressure onto the tower with these 3 catapults too.
How do you stop this?
Significant damage.
You can't really jump on this Morphling, especially with Aegis. Even without Aegis, it's a hard target to get. EG just have to let NIP take the tier 3 tower. They know that Arteezy is still there behind.
Mind control.
Oh, they found him. Oh, they got him. Liquid. I mean, NIP with that scan there.
You say Liquid because it's Mind Control scanned that probably.
I mean, I'm going to give Mind Control the credit for that scan. Yeah,
he went for the hunt.
He knew that Arteezy could, he was always going to be tempted by those little side camps after going for the creep cut in the mid lane, and he was bang on.
Just a great read of the map there by NIP to be able to find him after going for that cut. They didn't even bother trying to use the global to get him to save so he can try to get a Sunder off or anything like that. Could have been a viable option, but maybe would have gone down anyway to the extra rotations that NIP had.
It's just all those little plays like that just really keep NIP ahead in this match.
Yeah.
That sort of point in time, okay, for EG, they lost to tier 3, that sucks, but hey, Space is there, Arteezy's getting farmed. No, he's not, because Mind Control's got his number.
Look what PPD's doing too. He's actually killing a Shrine with these 2 catapults that he has too. Like this top Shrine it's slowly going down.
He's going to get a little bit of regen, isn't it?
It's significant damage though. If he's able to get it, that's gonna slow down the...
I mean, no one's heading over to deal with the siege creeps.
Like EG's gonna have no ways to port outside of their base to be able to try to contest Roshans. This is huge plays here, having these 2 catapults early on.
They don't have anything for these.
I mean, it's dead. This Shrine's dead.
As EG, they're playing Dota. It seems that PPD's playing Age of Empires, and he's sending in the siege wagons. They've got the structures.
Aegis gets reclaimed Ace.
Oh. So get out of here, EG, if I were you.
He's got Lincolns, too.
They escape. I mean, he's just so hard to get on top of.
Yeah, and they don't know. They didn't see anybody else on the map just yet. They started seeing something toward the mid lane with that ward, but the rest of the map was pretty dark for them. Now, Roche control It's going to be incredibly important as now there's no shrine top for EG to TP to, as we were saying. The contestation is going to be that much more difficult. Arteezy just trying to find all the farm he can, trying to get a BKB, but he is so slowed down in this game.
Full Crimson Guard on mind control.
EG?
They're going to try and jump. They go straight away, look for the combo to mind control. Stampede comes out as well. They're on top of PPD. PPD's gone. They look towards mind control. They've got the damage with the Terror Blade. They'll take him down. Fighter goes for the recourse command on the side. They're trying to head back in with the stolen Stampede. Ace dives forward with the waveform. Right clicks down crit. They've found one, but they've lost two. Can they get anything more? S4 goes for the Hoof Stomp onto Fada, but he's getting kited out. Chased down Ace into the Terror Blade form. Bam! Adaptive Strike finishes off the kill.
Sumail tossed the Monkey King onto his Centaur. Poor S4.
I mean, that looked like a fight where EG had the potential to come out on top, but again, sort of the quick fingers from NIP, Saxa stealing the Stampede, allowing NIP to sort of reposition themselves and get Ace into the fight so they can keep themselves on top.
And they had to use the majority of their damage to just kill this Axe. They used pretty much everything. The full Tiny combo, the Lion combo, the Centaur 2, everything to just try to bring this man down. It's Arteezy.
Ace!
Arteezy?
He's trying for this. Is he going to have it?
Oh! 30 HP.
Ooh.
Did he swap treads? I didn't get to see, actually, if he went just trying treads right before getting initiated on there. Very close there to getting solo killed by Ace.
25 minutes coming up. See who's able to set up for the bounty runes. Sumail, he's not even going to try for this one. No, it's far too risky.
They might be able to get all four here.
I think they are. Sumail's not even risking looking for it. He knows that if he goes, it'll almost certainly be death for himself. So NIP, more bounty runes, keeping that gold lead strong, 7K lead.
And Ace is just going for raw stats in this game. Not going for the BKB. He had it queued up, switched. Now he's just going for Scotty. Just wants to tank up. I mean, if he can get... He can pretty much be that Terror Blade, right? If he gets the Scotty, then he just turns into TB. He's got this extra range.
He can be the better TB. He really can at this point. He's got the level advantage, level 16 against Arteezy, he's 14. I mean, Arteezy, against all odds, is still recovering very well. He's second highest on the net worth. Sure, he's still 3K or so behind that of Ace. But considering the lane that he had at the start, there is still sort of that Terror Blade element that could swing this game around if EG are able to find a fight. They've got a lot of stuns, a lot of lockdown. If they can get Sumail, S4, and crit in position, that's a huge amount of AoE stun that they can use to buy time for Arteezy to go to work with the Metamorphosis. Top, S4, quick with the blink. Fada won't catch him out for now. Thinks about setting up with a boundless, but doesn't have any backup quite close enough to go for the attempt onto S4, so S4 will be fine.
NIP still has Stampede available on Saxa too. He's held on to it. Saxa. Or S4, he's looking to cut the trees. He knows that Fada's somewhere around here. Fada also in a much safer position now that he has his own BKB available too, just to watch from that burst that can come out from EG. Sumail's farm is starting to slow down though. He's 6-1-1 on the Tiny. But it's a game where versus heroes that all are itemizing versus you just to survive.
It's so hard to really kill anybody at this point with the combo.
Yeah. Most important timing now in the next couple situations is going to be that Roche. It's got about 20 seconds left on it. We see PPD. He's already got a Centaur parked inside of it. They're looking to push these other side lanes out as much as possible because it's really hard for EG to get into that area.
And their sort of their Roche fight compared to NIP's with the Axe and the Monkey King, it's not great on EG's lineup. Their best play is to really sort of utilize the Global Silence and the Stampede to just get in and get out. They have to look for the sort of the Aegis cheese steal plays. They can't afford to just force a 5v5 whilst they're behind.
Yeah. And NIP, they might just look to take a fight here. They've got the Stampede, S4.
Saxa is going to be able to get in position, pops his own Stampede, but Saxa's waiting it out. Has the catch with the Telekinesis, throws him up into the air with the Yule Scepter. They kite him out. S4 is not able to get off the Hoof Stomp as they'll beat him down.
And they find the two supports at the same time with the smoke.
Oh boy.
They could easily set up for this Roche now.
It's time to just go for it. And as much as EG really needs to sort of go for the steal plays, they cannot afford to buy back, or if they did so, it would be a big commitment, and it looks like they'll hold off from it. They'll just accept the fact that NIP are around the pit. Arteezy can just look to try and find at least something from the opposite side of the map, but this is going to be NIP walking away with the Aegis and the cheese.
Yep. That win percentage climbs significantly after that. It was about a 65% before they got those pickoffs. Now it's 74%. We'll see how much it increases when they get this Aegis cheese. My Control also has a full Blade Mail picked up too, a Blink on the Rubik too. So many significant items they'll be able to have to be able to get these pickoffs onto EG's heroes.
There we go. So cheese obviously going the way of Mind Control, Aegis into the hands of Ace. So once again we see this play up top. Just perfect use from Saxa, waiting on the Stampede, having the catch to make sure there's no chance for him to get away. And the extra range, and the Monkey King Fada can happily stand outside of the Hoof Stomp AoE. As EG.
The map control by NIP has just been fantastic this game. These aggressive wards being placed out the way Fada's been playing too, just jumping through the trees, always looking for plays. And now Ace, again, is able to find the Terror Blade, turns into him. He's waiting for the maximum morph timer so that he can turn into TB as that morphling as well too.
He's getting close to that Scotty. EG.
The position here.
S4. He's going to try to start something off here. Samelin as well. They'll pop the global. Can they get any kills? Oh no. Cheese from Mind Control brings him back up to full. EG will be able to pop the Aegis out of the hands of Ace. Saxa jumps back in with a stolen Hoof Stomp. Arteezy won't fall for now. He is able to retreat. They do have the Crimson Guard buff as well if he does get jumped upon. Fada looking to close the gap as the Monkey King Mind Control goes for the blind call. Won't be upon him as Arteezy now knows that with the call expended, he can go for the BKB TP out. No further magic immunity piercing stuns or control that would hold him back as EG do manage to escape. And they get that Aegis out of the Morphling.
It costs them all their ultis. It costs them the Metamorphosis, the Global Silence, the Stampede, and the Finger, but they get Aegis and Cheese.
Yeah, it's certainly worth it for EG. Knowing that there's maybe less of a chance that NIP will go for a quick play off the back of the fact that they don't have those Fruits of Roshan. Still 20-9 on the kills. BKB finished for Ace.
Yeah.
As EG, they are going to be found out here, or at least Mind Control will jump. They have got the backup though, EG. Sumail goes in straight away, looks for the combo onto the Rubik, but it's not quite enough damage.
Fada's here.
Tag teams in, they have the stun, locking down Sumail. Sumail cannot run. As the boundless strike from Fada brings him down low, Ace picks up yet another kill on his Morphling.
Just such high mobility from this level 15, well, level 18 Monkey King, but the level 15, having that Tree Dance cast range, he can always show up to these fights because they've done a great job of defending. Look, this tier 1 top tower, it's like full life. So especially when they're contesting for those bounties, they can set up, and now they've got time to put pressure on. They know that those ultis, or some of those ultis are still on cooldown. And with that BKB, like you mentioned on Ace freshly picked up, he deviated from the Scotty after he got burst down with the Aegis. He knows he needs to have that magic immunity.
And at the moment, they know they've certainly got the damage. And he can certainly rely on his team's backup to keep him safe and allow him to go for these pushes, Aegis or not. He doesn't have to rely on that second life to stand his ground and push on. BKB is enough.
Saxa still has this stolen Hoof Stomp too on Rubik, and even better Centaur kind of in a way because the animation is just so much quicker.
Fortification comes out from EG. They have the full lineup back on the game.
They have 20 seconds until meta is available. Global is back up too, so they've got everything available on EG soon. But this Rax, it's dying.
Just cancelling S4's blink. And indeed Ace is trying to hold his ground. They'll toss back the Sensor, but the Rax are gone. NIP taking these Rax, bottom lane. Arteezy finds at least something of a trade with the Illusions pushing down and taking the tier 2. Still yet to really see Arteezy step into the fight, but with the BKB Manta, once he has the Skadi, he can be a powerful force in these team fights.
Yeah. Just has to be careful he doesn't get jumped on, in particular by Mind Control. That Blade Mail still always going to be that option. The scan comes out EG. They know where NIP is positioned. The Illusion also.
I mean, surely Arteezy wants to get himself right out of it. Do they really want to try and take a fight, EG? That is the question. Arteezy. Got to be a little careful if any sort of jump is made. Mind Control eyeing it up. The Illusion upon him will stop any sort of potential blink. It's S4.
He's trying to get away.
He cuts the tree of Fada, but there's a lot of backup here as S4 tried to have a bit of a poke at the back lines, but it cost him his life.
And now Saxa steals the Stampede too. So very costly there. They find PPD on the back in the trying to retreat away, but he gets picked off. But they lose their Centaur. Much more costly for them. NIP with now a 14k gold lead, 15k experience lead, and now up to an 82% win rate.
It's looking more and more grim here for EG in this game 1.
Yeah.
As only real true force is going to be Arteezy.
It's going to be him versus the world, though. Can he do it as this Terror Blade versus a Morphling,
so hard
versus an Axe?
With the way that NIP are playing, just one slip up in the fight from Arteezy, and he is going to be in a whole world of trouble. We'll see it again. S4, he sees the temptation. He knows where the Monkey King is, goes to chop his tree, but Fada's got friends. Backup is there, and again, S4 just, unfortunately for himself, in a position where nothing of much is going to be achieved for the team.
Yeah. See, Peter's a bit sad for himself, but happy overall for the team. They're scouting out
They
RTZ
are.
TPing in.
So they want to try and make this jump. There's a lot of backup from EG. EG setting up here. They're
They
kind of
don't have their
hoping
X.
that the bait's going to be there.
Yeah, my controller's already TP top.
Yep. Do NIP really want to reveal themselves? That's the question. Yeah, he's coming close to the creeps. When EG have the numbers advantage, NIP do still need to be a little careful.
For sure. You see Saksa has switched the item build too. He's going for the Spirit Vessel, but he's having so much farm and having such a great game on the Rubik. 5-0-16 on Saksa, always getting the right steals at the right time. And since he's been getting Stampede a lot of these times, if he gets an Aghanims in this game, plus that Crimson Guard, the damage mitigation is going to be ridiculous on their side.
As NIP, I mean, with sort of the lead that NIP have, is there any sort of pressure, do you feel, on them to sort of step it up and look for that second set of racks as soon as possible, or can they really afford to sort of play it slow, play it super careful? Is sort of the fact that Arteezy is still in a comparable position to the Morphling and Farm not really that much of a threat at all for NIP?
I think they're fine. They've got this. Yeah. They've got like this dual core. They even have this Rubik. Look how farmed. Like Saksa, he's almost same net worth as the Tiny, and they know Tiny's a hero. He falls off. We've seen him at this tournament time and time again. Sure, he can have his explosive starts, but your farm just starts to slow down significantly. So NIP, it's just about map control.
Oh, and straight away. Let's see a chance down bottom. They grab in. They get crit. Jump forward from Mind Controls. He looks for the hold on to Fly. Samael's going to go in onto the backlines. Looks for the combo onto Fada. But at this point, it's just not enough damage at all. Boundless Strike goes down upon him, but they don't have detection to chase him for more. So he'll be able to get himself to safety, Samael. Only losing crit for now. Oh, they may make it Fly as well. As Saksa jumps forward. Quick Fade Bolt. And a second support is brought down.
And now Saksa is above that net worth of the Tiny. So pretty much Aghanim's going to be finished on him. And boy.
This is great. Absolutely crazy from NIP.
We've seen what he can do. We've seen the Scotty picked up on Morph. Scotty picked up also on the Monkey King. They're getting such a significant amount of items. And look at this, the mobility we were talking about on that Monkey King. They've spotted Arteezy.
Oh,
he's got no TP.
He's on his own. Fada knows he's got to lead in onto this one. Arteezy jumped upon. They've got the call as well. Arteezy's the only way he can get out of his hand. The damage rips him apart. As Ace, he's even having a poke at them in the mid lane. Chasing down S4 with the BKB and punching into him with that Skadi. As Arteezy's got buyback, but it really is, as you say, at this point, Arteezy is the only member of EG really in this game. Everybody else is totally out of it. As NIP, from the lanes to the mid game, have just run full control on it all. As EG just have never been able to play their game this matches.
Oh, look at this creep.
He's going for it. I mean, no, NIP know that he has it.
It's going to take him a while. They're helping him out.
Oh, okay, give him a bit of a hand. There we go. There you go, look at that creep. You did that all on your own.
Just continuing this map control, though. They've got the mid lane pushing in constantly. They've got top lane array pushing in, too.
Oh, Aghanim's on Rubik.
Yeah, he's got... We've seen what he can do, too.
He keeps getting Stampede.
He gets Stampede. We saw him get Sunder.
Oh.
Yeah. He's got so many different spells that he can get in this game.
I want to see some Aghanim's finger action from Saksa. That would be the beautiful one.
Just the frequency of spells that he can be stealing too. It can always give you the options to get that Sunder, which can be absolutely game-changing.
He's literally had a perfect game, Saksa. 6-0-17 on the Rubik this match. It's just been flawless. I mean, for the most part, the whole team, the whole side of NIP, they have turned up. And this match, they are just looking to be on another level.
Yeah, just putting these, just constantly, they have these aggressive wards down, they're getting vision down always, they're always seeing the movements coming out, and just this mobility. Yeah. I keep seeing Fada, he's just jumping through trees, he's staying farmed as well during it. He's only got like 195 CS, which if you compare it to the the other two hyper carries, it's 377 on Arteezy, 284 on the Morphling, but he's doing a great job of just giving scouting information constantly.
They're going for the smoke play. Arteezy still yet to invest that 5.6k. He does not have the Skadi. They're hoping that they can catch NIP out one by one.
Saksa.
They do find the jump onto Saksa, and they will be able to find him. It's sure it's a Rubik, but it's a pretty fat Rubik.
He's got no buyback either.
As I said, he was 6-0-17. That's a good chunk of gold going the way of Samael. Dead for 70 seconds. Can EG break apart more of NIP? That is the question. As Crit, he's going to try and slide forward. Turns, gets the stun up, but with the BKB from Ace, he'll get punched down by the Morphling.
Positioning themselves on the high ground here, trying to catch them down when they don't have their Rubik mind control. He's going to be the one walking in.
This is such a risky fight for EG. Can they look for the jump? They get the control, mind control. He gets hoosed up. Samael with the combo. They've got him. EG against all odds, finding two
And they get the
big
courier.
pickoffs. A courier as well. Say goodbye to your TP scrolls, fools.
Oh,
As
RTZ.
Oh, some TB on TB action, just as we like it here in this meta. As Ace will be quick to run away. Fada.
This high ground vision.
It's 2 dead at the moment on NIP. RTZ with that meta, they are going to make an attempt for Roche themselves. It is the Aegis Cheese and Refresher Shard. Can EG really get away with this? Samel, Shadowblade up at the moment, look for the jump onto Ace. Global Silence as well, they're trying to burst him down. Can they finish him off in time? He's been silenced.
They will.
They've got him.
Oh my God.
Evil geniuses, they're holding on.
These high ground wards just doing so much work time and time again. And these heroes, they don't have buyback.
They do not.
Oh
70
my
seconds
God.
without Ace, still 25 without mind control. EG, they'll head back into the pit. They don't do it super quick. So mind control may be back in time. Samel's now joining the forces. We'll see if they can do it before anyone heads over. I mean, it looks like the 3 that are alive, NIP, they have no intention of going over to the pit. They are going to let EG just get away with this one. This is going to be a big turnaround in a game that looked very close to being over for EG.
They've now got the Refresher Shard on the Centaur. He's going to have Aghanims finished up for the next fight. The tides have definitely started to turn here, Owen.
And this is why in sort of games between teams of this caliber, you know, despite sort of how far behind a team may be, I mean, we saw at a point where it was only really RTZ that was level and ahead of any of the farm of the majority of NIP's lineup. But still, teams like Evil Geniuses aware of these opportunities to make these plays from behind. They see an option to get out onto the map, catching NIP when there's sort of that little bit of a lapse in concentration. They sort of split up, maybe feel a little too comfortable in that area, and EG see a chance to punish it, and they find this little bit of an opening that keeps this game going.
It reminds me of something that literally that BSJ was asking S4 earlier, right? It's like, how do you make the decision to just go on these people when they have BKB? It's just all about not hesitating. They didn't hesitate there. They get the axe before he gets the BKB off. Because mind control, he had just purchased it. He had a gem as well. They kill him, they take the gem, and they get a significant swing their way.
Still very much the advantage for NIP. But as we say, you cannot count EG out of this match. Another play like that, and this game could be brought straight back to even, and they have the tools to do so. With that Aegis Cheese and Refresher Shard, EG have those buffs.
Yep, and
RTZ give it their all.
RTZ claims the top net worth now in the
Look
game
at him.
too, right? He just finished the
Scotty.
Scotty. He's got a butterfly.
Yep, his top net worth. This is why when RTZ is on his Terrorblade, the game really is not over until the Ancient falls. He has that sort of farming potential, the ability for him to sort of say to his teammates, look guys, it doesn't matter if you're losing every lane, losing elsewhere, just don't lose too fast. And they didn't. They kept the game going. It's 41 minutes in. He has his butterfly. And this Terrorblade is absolutely huge. And EG, as we've seen, they've got the jump. They've got the lockdown. If they can get in before those BKBs are off, EG can still take fights from behind.
And they've got this smoke now available too. They've crunched this lead down to only 7K for NIP. And not only do they have this massive Terrorblade, but like we said, they've got the Aghanims and the Refresher Shard on the Centaur. So this damage mitigation, this also the way to disengage from the Monkey King ulti could be massive for the upcoming fights for them.
Can they find anyone? NIP, understandably, you know, they respect the fact that EG were able to kick back as they did. They're all in the base. They know that EG's entirely off the map for the time being. They make sure not to allow anyone to step too far away from the high ground. No one's going to get caught out for now on NIP.
RTZ gets himself a DD. They were trying to save it inside of a bottle, but RTZ doesn't really have any slots to just have it a bottle in his inventory right now.
They can just try and go for a push themselves with the Aegis. Sparta keeping eyes on any potential invasion of the mid lane from EG.
Got 2 minutes left on that Aegis.
They see the for the move over. Fada does notice that Fly was a little further behind the rest of the stack, but Fly now able to catch up with the rest of his team. It's EG.
With this DD, they want to threaten it. It's actually going to be running out pretty much right now, but...
There we go, mind control. Go straight away with the call. Have they got the damage to bring him down once? They bring him below, but S4 comes in with the Stampede straight away from mind control. RTZ tries for the Sunder. It doesn't do too much, but mind control may still fall. RTZ Manta pops it, turns towards Ace, but Ace has got more health than RTZ. RTZ holds his ground, though he's beaten down too. Oh, the Aghanim finger from Saxa, bursting down the ones. Now, can they go for a second attempt on his life? Mind control jumps forward. S4 trying to offer the backup to keep RTZ alive, but he's chain stunned up. RTZ will fall. S4, he cannot run away from this. as NIP will quickly be the ones to show who's still in charge in this game one.
Soxa still had buyback there. They committed a lot to be able to try to bring down this Rubik, but he buys back in, gets a great steal. I mean, the finger was kind of overkill anyway, but they're able to isolate Arteezy. Arteezy gets in a bit too deep there, trying to commit forward for those kills.
Now time to strike back. They say we can poker this. Maybe, you know, Arteezy, they did just see that man pick up a Skadi and a Butterfly. They may play under the idea that potentially he hasn't got money for buyback. He does have money for buyback. So EG can look to strike back, but it will be coming back into the game without the metamorphosis.
But they know there's no meta. They know double stampede was used. They know the global was used. So they're trying to take advantage of that, getting this smoke here, trying to get a catch, getting even more numbers advantage. They still have the cheese actually on Sumail, but
let's see what they can have. There's NIP ready to look to take a second set of racks.
Soxa has to stay very far positioned in the back lines here. Does not have buyback on this Rubik. Ace, he can be much more aggressive, so can Peter with the buyback available.
They really don't want to buy back on Arteezy. It won't do a whole lot for them as he doesn't have the meta, and he needs every penny at this stage. As they'll let this one go. NIP taking another set of racks. At least the melee racks. Looks like they'll be able to push them away potentially from the range racks. We'll see once again from this replay. Arteezy trying to go for a good start. The Thunder used in a way that it doesn't really do too much for him, and that's why for sort of the rest of the fight, he just doesn't have it at these other points where he's low. Sure, he has the second life from the Aegis, but he needs more than that at this position of the game.
The global was cool too, because it was like Soxa had stolen Stampede, so he was inside of his own Cyclone. He could have popped the Stampede when he dropped down, but he gets globaled. But the control, these buybacks coming into play from NIP. And just having EG just put in such a deep situation.
There we go, drinking on the job. Soxa, I mean, deserves a cheer for his Rubik play this game. 7-2 and 19 still.
Yep.
On the KD8 for Soxa.
Such a scary game, though. The thing is, NIP, they did get a base ward down in that push, too. And EG did not actually deward that one. That gives a lot of information on the map. EG, they are pushed outside here.
EG are coming straight back out onto the map.
It's just all about these like picks on the heroes that don't have buyback, so you can get that number advantage. Can they find the Rubik? Can they find that monkey?
Can they?
We now have mind control. He now has his buyback available from PPD picking up those bounty runes. EG now has a ward of their own, catching some vision here too. They're also trying to, again, claim that high ground, as we saw them come back with before.
Get the tower. DD rune there, ready for the taking as well. Sumail, he's going to keep it safe for Arteezy, as it looks to be. Get it on the Terrorblade.
This time they've got the bottle to hold onto it.
He can save it.
This time he doesn't have any
That can be absolutely huge. We saw sort of, as long as he doesn't really get jumped by mind control and the pure damage comes into play, he can stay alive long enough to sort of outlive the stuns and get the Sunder off. EG, Sumail on the front, looking for a grab with the Shadow Blade. Doesn't find an opportunity.
Can definitely be super scary, though, if he pops the DD and gets called with a Blade Mail.
Yes.
You see him, he's queues up the Satanic. He wants to be able to go for that item so he can actually try to tank through it. See if he's able to get the Satanic off beforehand.
I mean, if he gets the Satanic off, once he has it, and with that DD rune, he's got a good chance of killing off mind control.
Yeah, I mean, Crit still has a Yule Scepter too, so they do have the ways to protect him, but still can be very scary as a Terrorblade in these situations. As again, another smoke coming out from NIP. Trying to get out onto this high ground, de-ward these wards. PPD gets the ward up. It's just a sentry though. Puts a secondary one. Ward battle. NIP wins it. EG has to back away here as they don't have much more, but here they get caught.
Forward. The global silence is going to be popped. EG chooses the opportunity to fight here. They jump forward straight away. Sumail looking to burst down the Rubik. Uses himself up. The Ghost Center won't save him. Earthspike finishes him off. Arteezy looks towards mind control with the meta. The Sunder takes the life from PPD. He's back up to full. Mind control. Oh, he's getting pummeled. This damage from Arteezy. It's not enough to keep him alive, though. As Ace will clean up Arteezy. 2 buybacks coming out from NIP. They have managed to sort of cut even in the fight. It was a 3-for-3. EG themselves do have all buybacks ready to go, but again, it's these timings. NIP, with these straight away heads-up buybacks into the game, they can go for this push. No global, no metamorphosis.
Ace has the full butterfly being delivered on the courier too. Fada has another item coming out as well. and they have to put so much attention. You see the way Sumail is playing. He's just like so focused on making sure Saksa can't actually get these spell steals, just trying to kill this Rubik time and time again. Arteezy with this DD does a significant amount of damage.
He might be ready to just go straight in. Whoa, 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 he jumps forward, look at it go. Sumail, he's going to sort of panic. A bit of a whiff there with the Avalanche.
They have to defend this Rax. It's the Megas if they lose it.
Oh, it's so much damage.
It's a DD morphling.
Oh, this Rax don't stand a lot of chance on this bottom lane as Ace pushes in, flies out of the game, buys back. Sumail, leads forward. This for the Avalanche control, toss back. They've got the Hex. Do they have the damage? S4 has the summer mind control. He's in with the cool on to 2, but they're bursting him down. Ace will fall. They kill the morphing Sunder from Arteezy. Takes the life out of the liquid mind control. Double kill for Arteezy.
Oh my God.
NIP, they showed that they could fight back and look for a push after that attempt from EG in the mid lane. Now it's EG's turn once again to turn the tables as they buy back. Does cost the 3 buybacks, but it pushes NIP away from the base. And mind control, dead for 90 seconds without buyback.
Ace unable to get the BKB off. He committed forward for the kill on the silencer, but didn't use the BKB while doing so. Gets just
look what's going to be up.
Stun locked.
How long until the Roche? What do we got?
53 seconds.
53 seconds, okay. So not quite in time, really, for them to make the most of this.
Fada's just cutting waves right now with this Monkey King, trying to make sure that EG can't actually get any surge of momentum from this.
He knows it's a risky stage of the game without Mind Control's Axe for a full minute. That is a lot of control.
They don't want to have to use the buyback on the Morphling either. They want to try to get a significant timing where they have more heroes than EG and more buybacks available.
EG's just hoping and praying this Roche comes up. As we see, 27 seconds, so there'll still be sort of the 24 seconds where Mind Control is dead and Roshan is up. Crit! Oh! Very nice attempt there from Crit. He tries to go for the 4-star play to cut the tree, but a nicer play from Fada. Instantly sees the 4-star attempt come into play, pops that BKB, so will not get stunned today.
That was sick. They even used the Stampede to try to cut the tree as well.
It's just sort of plays like this. I think there's no denying both teams here playing at the top of their skill, as this, without a doubt, has been one of, if not the best game we are yet to see here on the main stage.
I told you we'd get one of the best ones.
It's beautiful. As they do now look to the pit, 10 seconds without the Axe to worry about. There's EG.
They're bringing it down quick.
They've got it. There's no way that NIP can get her in time. It's going to be another Roche. They got the 3rd, they got the 4th. Goes the way of evil geniuses.
Another double Stampede they have to go through. Oh, the Cheese actually. Cheese got forgotten. All right.
Crit. He's going to try and look for the lead in. Saksa, then Ace are there with the backup. Global Silence comes out. Crit still alive, slides away. He's fine. Tag team. Sumail, he's in. PPD's got the glimmer. They don't have the detection. PPD will be fine. Is that Cheese?
The Cheese is it's sitting there.
So many times we've seen teams forget the Cheese. It's not going to be. I mean, it's just going to stay sitting there. I feel like the 3rd game in professional Dota 2 I've seen in a month that Cheese just gets forgotten. Fly, is he going to check it? No. Get the Cheese.
They might remember. They're probably going to look at somebody.
Current. Well, let's see it. Oh no.
Hey.
Oh, no. No, there is a Cheese, sir. You want to grab the Cheese? Yeah, I don't think he even saw it. He didn't even tell Crit to go back for it.
Hey, they're focused on everything else. They're focused on their lanes. That's the biggest thing, because bottom lane's pushing in. They want to be able to push the momentum out because they know mid and top will push in significantly because of the Drax that NIP has. But now, all these buybacks coming back.
As we've seen here, goal from kills. Most of the goal from kills being those kills they have managed to get on Mind Control, really helping them to get back into the game.
Yeah.
And gold lead, it's EG's at the moment by 1K. About a 15K step up in the amount of gold that EG's got from hitting the creeps. I mean, this is all Arteezy. This is the way that they've got back into this game. They were able to make the game, I wouldn't necessarily say stable, but stable enough that Arteezy was able to become this late game Terrorblade.
I mean, that one's even, experience is almost even, and Dota Plus is still giving Radiant an advantage, probably because they have these racks set up too. Yeah. And they've got some buybacks still.
The 2 sets of racks up and they can push in exactly. EG,
they've got 3 of the buybacks, while EG only has 1 on a Lion.
Still 4 minutes for those 3 buybacks to come back online for EG. So this is the time to go for NIP.
Saksa has a stolen Hex right now. This is one thing that could really turn the tides a lot of the time. Although they are playing into Aegis and a refresher shard, as Cheese has forgotten.
He's got to be careful how far forward he steps. If Mind Control sees a chance, he will go for it.
Still has Aegis, and they've got double Stampede. EG, they're smoked. They might look for a wraparound play here.
Coming in from the mid lane. NIP, do they expect this? Are they aware that they'll go for this big play? They're trying to bait with Arteezy and his Aegis. The scan comes out though. The awareness is there from NIP. They've scanned this. Arteezy just hits shoved to the side. Ace, he goes for the BKB. Sumail tries to come in, but the BKB is already out. Arteezy looks towards fight over the Wukong command. Level 25 is down. Arteezy is beaten down. BBD. Crit will fall. Crit buys back. Arteezy turns. Sunder back up to fall. They have the damage to claim Saxa is 2 dead on NIP. Mind control and Fada trying to hide in the trees, but Ace, he needs help. He's not going to get it. Sumail is on top of him. As Evil Geniuses with the wraparound that absolutely pays off big time. It looked like NIP were to be prepared. They scanned it. But as soon as EG were close enough to start things off, Arteezy is sort of shoved into the center with his Hurricane Pipe, looks to draw the attention towards him. He realizes that NIP know that this wraparound's coming, and he says, we've got to go now.
There's just no way for them to kill him during these double stampedes. Whenever they have this refresher shard, sure, Arteezy takes some damage down, Ace gets the BKB off clutch. We see Fada, he even gets a great Wukong's command here, but these double stampedes, sure, Saxa steals it himself, but it's really the power of Arteezy, where he's able to diss himself, get the Sunder off, and just so much damage mitigation. Holy crap.
Taking these fights as they were once behind. The buybacks have to come out now. Saxa's got his ready. Ace does have one as well.
DD Terrorblade on the high ground.
The real test now for PPD and his team, as they once held quite a lead, but EG, I wouldn't really say through sort of mistakes from NIP, just through top tier plays from Evil Geniuses, have now been able to get themselves back on top in terms of money. Obviously the base situation still favorable for NIP as EG are yet to get a Rax. Arteezy gets caught. As the age is gone, BKB and Wukong's command here committed by Fada. Ace will buy back. Can they kill Arteezy a second time though? He's got the BKB, Hurricane Pikes out. As he will manage to walk off. They managed to force out the buybacks from Saxa and from Ace. EG can look to reset. They know that for themselves, 1.5 minutes until their own buybacks are back and ready. And that's almost certainly going to be when they can look to play with that advantage.
This game is insane. Can't believe Sumail's only died twice in this game too. He's caught up significantly in farm, actually passing Fada on the Monkey King. His damage is also very significant to it, this Daedalus. And now, Arteezy.
They found him. He has just picked up the Satanic, but is he going to get a chance to pop it? He's not!
Controlled! He's dead for 120! Oh my god!
Oh, NIP, they found him on a little shopping spree. And S4's gone as well. They do get back a Democrat. It's not 120. He's got
40 seconds.
40 seconds until the buyback is there. So EG will probably still have a chance unless NIP can push incredibly quick.
And look at bottom. Bottom rune. There's a DD.
It's a DD. And Ace, he's going to grab it. Look at those buybacks. 25 seconds and Arteezy will have it back.
On both of them. Centaur, does he has the gold as well?
They'll have a chance for another fight in them, EG. There's no doubt about that, but it's not going to be an easy one.
They've got a glyph available too.
They do at least have the Metamorphosis ready when he's back in. No global for just over a minute. As NIP, they set up camp on the bottom lane. Wukong's command is down. They'll look towards these racks. They've got the buybacks ready right now. If they want to commit back in, and they do. Sumail's got the setup. Buyback comes out from S4. Arteezy's still holding off to his buyback to get the Hex. Can they fit the full-on lockdown? It's Sumail. He's in on top of an Ace. Gets the BKB off. Arteezy buybacks as well as S4 looks towards Saxa. Ace, BKBs, slides away in mind control. Goes for the goal, but the BKB's already out from Arteezy. With the Metamorphosis, he has the damage. Mind control's gone. They get Fada as well. They've got the control onto Saxa as who yules himself up, but he's surrounded. Saxa falls too. As EG having those buybacks back off cooldown when they did will keep them in this game once more. They do lose the melee racks bottom, but they haven't been mega creeped quite yet.
The damage by Sumail in that fight, 6,300 by a Tiny in the late stages. Oh my god. They got the Hex on the Morphling, and it was just instant departure from NIP. They just tried to back out there. Even though Stampede was stolen again by Saxa, they just have to get out of these fights every single time.
I mean, as you say, sort of these plays.
The Wukong's ended too, so Fada's big teamfight potential inside of it is pretty much gone there.
You know, Mind Control tried to sort of make the play to turn things around, but at this point, Arteezy wants the BKB out. He can really sort of stand and hit into this axe without too much worry of killing himself off. They're pushing back in.
They still have a tier 2 up top. Mind Control trying to save his buyback. He's got 25 seconds till he's back up here.
There he is. Arteezy.
Fada commits forward.
The Wukongs.
The global.
Wukong does come out after the BKB and Wukongs from Fada, allows them to disengage. But the middle ranks is gone. EG able to get themselves on the board in terms of structures. Looking at the timings, we are going to see when Roshan spawns back up in 10 seconds. We'll see the timer. That cheese, by the way, is still sitting there. So anyone who looks for a Roche will find it. EG might check as it's coming close to timing. Oh, there it is. Hey!
Yay!
Hey, look at that. There we go. A dairy delight for RTZ as Fly rewards him with a good slice of Wensleydale. As, yeah, they got free cheese on the Terrorblade now.
Free cheese, yeah.
And they'll get another cheese out if they head back to the pit soon. We are seeing on the timer. It's a short respawn, 30 seconds, and Roshan's going to be there once more. The 5th Roshan so far this game is, ladies and gentlemen, we're getting close to hitting the 1 hour mark in this absolute spectacle of a game as well. And game 1 out of this best of 3 too. So much more to come. It's
seeming pretty difficult for NIP to get the kill on this Terrorblade if he's not alone. We see when RTZ's alone, sure, they can control him down, but the Stampede comes out, he seems to always be able to get the Sunders off, and now he's got 2. He's going to have a refresher, so double BKB, double Sunders, always going to be able to have that mana available too inside the team fights. Execution has to be perfect from both sides. Roche is scouted out here now.
It's up, but who wants to try and take it? Ace into the pit.
Up sentry down on both sides.
Starting to set up. Smell goes for the D-Ward. They know the Tiny's around, and they know that with that, EG are very likely to be behind him. Who's going to make the jump first? They'll lay off Roche for a little bit. NIP hiding outside of the pit. Neither side really wanting to be the ones to start things off around this awkward area of the map.
NIP doesn't have any buybacks available.
With that in mind, one more fight. If EG can take it, they can absolutely charge down the lane and look to end this game, especially just having that refresher, sort of having that ability to take a fight with one meta and then being able to push for an objective afterwards.
And they're about to have a second refresher too. S4, he's farming it down bottom. He's very close to having it. That double Stampede that they were relying on with the refresher shard, he can have it on his own just from itemization very soon.
As Ace, we'll see the opportunity to go into the pit now.
Yep, he's turned into that Terrorblade.
It's a refresher on S4, as you say. That double Stampede ready to go. A lot of duration of the fight where damage just cannot be done effectively to Evil Genius's lineup. It's Roshan down to under-half. Sumail is going to start things off straight away. Fada gets the Wukong Sumail now. They're around the pit. Looks towards RTZ. Sumail and RTZ with the BKB. Sumail with the Stampede.
He's going to live again.
S4 gets outside of the pit.
He's been past the cheese as well.
RTZ popping the refresher orb, so he's ready with the second lot of spells to go, and the BKB in search, but the Roshan's gone. Ace will take the Aegis. They'll try and head into the pit now. RTZ committing with a BKB. He's got the damage. He's ripping apart this Monkey King, but Fada has the cheese. Fada's back up to full. The stolen Stampede allowing NIP to get themselves away, but EG are hot with the chase. They're looking to keep the control into mind control, but Saxa, the telekinesis, is going to get captured though. The toss forward there from Sumail. Tosses S4 into the two-man Hoostop. Fada is got the He's trying to find mind control with the BKB, and the playbout takes him down. RTZ will force Sumail and crit. They're not done. They're trying their best to look towards Ace, but Sumail is falling low. He's run out of energy. Sumail will fall.
Oh my God, Fada with the positioning in the tree lines there, having the refresher shard for the Monkey King, sets up a perfect Wukong command. Mind control with the call on RTZ too.
When they don't have sort of the Stampede at the ready, EG, they do take so much damage from being in the center of the Wukong. But S4 trying to sort of play with them, keep them away from potentially pushing.
Sumail?
The combo, Sumail, he's in. They'll look to Ace, but Ace gets BKB off for the damage from Sumail. It's enough! No, it's not! Ace will live! It's not enough. It's not enough for Crit. Ace still alive. Mind control tags team straight back in. Jumps forward with the call on to Crit. As Crit and Fly look to be in trouble. BKB comes out from mind control. He's not going to mess around.
Oh my God.
Sets up for them to beat down the Lion. As Crit has buyback, but now Sumail and RTZ down without buyback. NIP still without 2, but they're without their 2 supports. Whereas EG, they're without their 2 cores.
And the bottom racks, the creeps, they're taking it. That's going to be Megas.
Oh, it is.
They pop the glyph.
NIP, do they wish to poke? Even if it is just with the 3 of them, they do still have the strength for the moment.
The counter glyph.
They'll keep them aggroed off the Rax though.
They do.
That range, Rax will survive now. Fada,
Oh,
is he going to go
back? They hit it. The Mega is claimed by
they
Creeps.
turn back towards it. They knew what objective they need to go for. And the Creeps got it. That's Mega Creeps now out for NIP. 28 seconds until Arteezy's back, still a full minute without Sumail.
They're looking to try to push forward here. They seem to know that those buybacks are not available.
So here we go. Wukong's command laid down. They need to do as much as they can within this 20 seconds window without Arteezy in the game. There's no fortification as NIP, they'll take the tier 4s, they're onto the base. Can EG really keep them off with just the 3 of them? I don't know if they can. There'll be 5 seconds before the turn over. S4 jumps in, Global as well. Crit goes for the combo, lockdown. Can they kill this man in time with the Haste? They might just be able to go. Ace kept alive, he'll survive, but Arteezy back in the game. He's in with the respawn, the BKB's out, turn towards Fada. They've got the Scotty slow, Fada's been silenced. They've killed the Monkey King. He's dead for 2 minutes, and with the silence the curse, they could look to slow down more. NIP, they're starting to retreat.
They just have to reset. They have to be a little bit careful here.
They lost Fada, but they did manage to bring down S4 and Crit again. Arteezy will stand alive in the game. But Saxa, he wants to maybe finish things off as his own little mini metamorphosized Terrorblade.
Oh my god.
So many Terrorblades in this game.
They really
It's
are.
getting crazy, it's getting out of control.
This game's just been absolutely insane with the amount of time Sox has stolen Stampede and just been able to disengage and re-engage onto these fights. It's absolutely ridiculous.
I love this pickup as well from Mind Control. He's got the refresher up.
Oh.
So he could go for that double lockdown with the call. Extra duration on the Blade Mail, BKB. It does a lot. They found a DD rune as well here at NIP. But they are still without the Monkey King, without Fada, for a full minute.
But they've got the momentum. They've got those Mega Creeps pushing in.
And look at this once again. Again, EG getting so close to having the game taken away from them.
PPD throws out the, I think the Test of Faith heal, plus I believe a Hand of God to just tick Ace up just a little bit further to survive. It was so, even the Glimmer Cave, everything coming to play. The extra magic resistance from it all, from PPD, just allows Ace to survive.
Look how low Ace gets it.
Look at the Glimmer.
It's just enough to get him out. The stolen Stampede again from Saxa, that Aghanim's benefit. But also that play from S4, sure he dies, but just jumping in as it were with that Who Stomp, slowing down them that little bit.
Sumail?
You see the frustration from Mind Control back in the game. Oh, Sumail, he's been called. Mind Control, he's got them all. The Sunder though. Arteezy, can he really survive this? He's healing up with the Satanic. Ace trying to punch back, flying, turning the water, but Arteezy gets stunned, he's dead. Oh, it's surely all over now for EG.
Holy crap, what a game.
The Ancient is exposed, GG is called. And ladies and gentlemen, your victors of